right, so time for a little read aloud. So this was filed on May 2021 when I caught that this was never filed. This was the contempt motion or petition for contempt and special relief that my attorneys, McMorrow Law, filed, and I paid for them to write, which I'm going to read to you now. And the judge agreed to hear it, which I should have printed off those copies today, but she did agree to hear it, and my attorney sent me her approval to hear it. However, it was never filed correctly in the pathonotary office. Instead the judge refused to hear it, and then I tried to bring it to her attention many times since. So it was actually filed originally in September 2020, and then when I caught that it was never filed on my iGEMS court record, I called these attorneys and said file it, but it still wasn't heard because, they were no longer my attorneys, blah, blah, blah. So, well, here's a certificate of service. So, she did provide a certificate of service, even though, and this is the 4th day of September, it just disappeared, apparently. Okay, so petition for contempt and special relief. And now comes Jennifer Jeswali and through her attorneys, Alexander Kavanagh, Brooke McMorrow, and McMorrow Law, and represents within the petition for contempt and in support thereof, avers as follows. Okay, I'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. Jennifer Jeswali and Eugene Jeswali are the natural parents of 3 minor children. CG age 13, CG age 10, GG age 9. Here and after collectively children. Point 2, father currently has sole legal and primary physical custody of the children as outlined in the court order dated June 7th, 2020. However, it's still a temporary order, and this is just the last court order that the judge had put through when my attorneys came on June 7th. Point 3, per the order, mother is permitted to have 1 phone call a day with the children, which I still am, where father is to initiate the phone call, and which now I am to initiate, and has the authority to end such an event that the mother speaks about their outstanding custody issues. A copy of the order is attached. Point 4, for a period of time, father sees the calls, allegedly that mother was speaking to the children about inappropriate matters. He's still doing this shit. During this time, father also failed to cooperate with mother, being able to see the children as she was not working and could not afford the fees associated with supervised custody through Endeavor. Mother proposed that her counselor provide supervision to her custody periods as he offered the same at a lower cost to her. Mother even obtained a letter from this counselor stating he would be willing to supervise. This is when Joe Nicotero was my attorney and dropped the total fucking ball. The same was provided to counsel via correspondence. A true and correct copy is attached exhibit. Number 6, mother denies that her comments to the children were inappropriate. However, as father has all the power under the order, father has unilaterally decided to seize all calls for months. Number 7, and me not even seeing them at all. Mother acknowledges that some of her behavior in the past has been inappropriate. My videos tripping the fuck out after you stole my kids. Well, who wouldn't trip out? I just recorded myself doing it, because it's my only defense. However, she is seeking the opportunity to show father and the court that she is focused on doing what is best. Mother has consistently adhered to the order. Specifically, mother uses our family wizard to schedule her phone calls with the children and document any calls that did not occur. Mother has made it a point to not discuss any of the parties' outstanding custody issues during such phone calls or when the children are present. True and correct copies of the mother's wizard messages. Exhibit C. Number 9. Father does everything in his power to prevent mother from having contact with her children, and blames mother for not being able to have the calls, despite the fact that it is within his power to allow the calls to take place. Father says no calls until you behave. However, a review of the attached OFW correspondence illustrates that no matter how mother attempts to curb the conflict between herself and father, father continues to refuse to allow the call. By way of example, for the bulk of the month of August 2020, and that's just one example. Mother only sent messages to father asking for arrangements to be made for calls. Father ignored her for weeks and then ultimately implied that mother was somehow unstable or unreasonable for making this request. During this time, mother had 3 supervised visits with the children that went well and that children enjoyed immensely. True and correct copies of photographs of the mother and children during visits are attached here, which she chose to only do close-ups of my boys, not my daughter, because this attorney's office says the judge prefers boys. You don't want to set her off, like my purse, like Monzo said. Father persistently abuses his authority, which by order of court is to only end a phone call by not allowing mother to have any calls with the children. The undersigned has reached out to opposing counsel regarding this issue. Yet father continues to withhold mother's phone calls. What else is new? Reaching out to the other counsels. A true and copy, blah, blah, blah. Number 14, father is purposely and intentionally trying to sever a wedge between mother and the children. Number 15, father is not concerned about the best interest of the children and that the relationship with their mother is as important as the relationship with him. Father's ability to control and dictate when mother can communicate with the children is a power in which he holds over mother and uses to attempt to deteriorate her relationship with the children. Amen. 17, additionally, as this honorable court ordered, mother is not to discuss the issue with the children. However, father is not being held to the same. He's not. 18, or this Melissa, father has on numerous occasions told children that the current custody arrangement is final and will remain the same until children turn 18, which the children have expressed their concern to mother regarding such. 19, father is aware that this matter is not final, as custodial arrangements are always modifiable, and as his honorable court ordered a review hearing for September 10th, 2020. That's what she does, review hearings for years. The children have also reported to mother that father's paramour has damaged or taken gifts that she has given them. On at least one occasion, father's paramour has contacted mother on Our Family Wizard. This is inappropriate action. Father, rather than taking responsibility for his actions or those of his paramour, father goads mother into making any inappropriate statements to him because he refuses to communicate with her about these matters. 21. For example, mother became reasonably concerned when her daughter asked to keep a necklace that mother gave her as a gift because father's paramour had taken or damaged the other items that were given to her by mother. Mother attempted to address this matter with father. Instead of handling the matter like a responsible person, father accused mother of being unstable and jealous of his new relationship. Further, father also abuses his discretion in exercising legal custody of the children by allowing his paramour to take the children on doctor's visits. Father is aware of the children's medical history and the importance of not having them vaccinated. However, father allows his paramour to take the kids and have them vaccinated, knowing there's a significant risk of the children having seizures. Not only is this utterly inappropriate, it displays father's lack of concern for the children's well-being. Father's actions and lies to the children are deliberate and calculated as he tries to push mother out of the children's life. Father should be held to the standard of that of mother and should not be permitted to discuss the outstanding custody issues with the children. Mother believes, therefore, avers that it is in the children's best interest that father shall no longer be permitted to control and dictate mother's phone calls with the children. Mother further avers that father is in contempt of June 7, 2020 order of court. Father's behavior is obdurate, vexatious, and dilatory. I don't know if you can see right here, that line. Mother has incurred unnecessary counsel fees in the amount of $1,000 for this preparation of this motion. Wherefore, therefore, mothers respectfully request that honorable court enter an order in which mothers shall be permitted to call the children without father's oversight, and that father shall no longer withhold or end calls between mother and children. Mother further requests that she shall be permitted to have access to the children's medical records and shall be permitted to attend the children's doctor's visits. Mother requests that father be held in contempt on the alternative that a hearing regarding father's contempt be scheduled and that father be ordered to pay mother's counsel fees on the amount of $1,000 within 10 days of this order. Signed. Okay, so all of this, and then it was never heard. And then I'll show you, she put some pictures in here. And then this is her, you know, trying to get a hold of Attorney D and work this out. And, you know, just no response to where we have to do this. So Judge Benoni, here's my counselor letter. Judge Benoni ends up, here's our wizard messages, just me being normal. Have the kids call me today. Have the kids call me today. No call, no call. What does this one say? This wizard message. This is kind of funny, actually. I mean, not funny, but okay. I just rang a bell here, right? Brought on a memory. Hi, Gino. Please have the kids watch the news today at 6:30. Channel 4. I'm at Keystone Lake, away from all the people with my dog, and a news reporter wanted to interview me, comparing how crowded it was here a couple weeks ago. Please allow the kids to watch so they can see me and Biscuit. Thank you so much. All the other ones are like, please call, please call. Of course, they didn't watch it, or were even told about it. So anyways, the judge, so we had that review hearing, and the review hearing, she was going to seek a final order. If she couldn't get one or nothing improved, which it did not, then she was going to request a trial for a final order. But that didn't happen because she stole my money and ran. So this is my baby Caleb. This is at one of our supervised visits. My boys. My beautiful sons. And here we are, having some food and whatever we were doing that day, whatever activity, art, set, whatever I brought for them to do that day. And what's this last page? I think it's just like a court page. So then this is just, you know, another letter to Eric D. Like, hey, let's get this fixed. And this is why he's now turned into the bar. All right, so the criminal complaint was submitted today, and I will follow up with the district attorney's office on that. And I am looking for an attorney to sue this doctor and to do the civil case for the vaccines, if anyone is interested.